Hey guys, what's up? So this week's video is going to be a little different than usual. So I have been wanting to do a video talking about my experience with anxiety and my mental health journey for the longest time, but never felt like the time was right. But then I realized, Mandy, no time's gonna be right. You're constantly learning about yourself and how your brain works and how your anxiety works for the rest of my life. So I just finally decided, you know what, no time's gonna be perfect. So here I am. Mental health and anxiety are talked about a lot on YouTube, which is great, don't get me wrong, and I totally 100% support the discussion of mental health and anxiety. But at the same time, hardly anybody my age, hardly any teenagers are talking about this issue. Mental health is very misunderstood in teenagers, and most kids don't know how it works and don't know how to talk about it and don't know what they're going through, and it's so prevalent in kids my age. So I guess my goal with this video is to not only make you guys who need this video not feel so alone, because trust me, I get it, I've been there, and maybe just like watching this video you won't feel as alone and isolated, because it's very easy to feel that way if you don't have people around you that get it. But at the same time, I feel like a conversation needs to start with kids, with teenagers especially, on anxiety and mental health in general. And I am lucky enough to have a good support system and people around me that understand mental health and anxiety, but I know not everybody is that lucky. So if you just want to talk to somebody that gets it and understands mental health and understands what you're going through, my Instagram DMs are always open for you guys. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning. I am a 15-year-old girl living in Southern California, and I'm just finishing up my first year of high school. Since I have a really big family history of mental health issues, I have dealt with my anxiety my whole life since it is hereditary, and I was just born with a chemical imbalance in my brain. You don't need to have a crazy traumatic experience to acquire a mental health issue. That's a really big misconception. I literally have vivid memories of me getting ready for school when I'm like 4 or 5 in kindergarten, freaking out and having a full-on panic attack about my outfit and my hair, because I'm such a perfectionist. I wanted my hair and outfit to be perfect, but it wasn't, because I'm 5 and I don't know how to do my hair and I don't know how to dress myself. So I would have full-blown panic attacks in the morning over the stupidest things. But a normal 5-year-old doesn't have a panic attack over their outfit or their hair. Like, no. I dealt with it pretty well until I got into about 6th grade. I went to a psychiatrist and I was formally diagnosed with GAD, or generalized anxiety disorder. 6th grade is also when I got back into dance, so I was dancing like 2 hours a week. Not a lot at all. Nothing compared to what I'm doing now. But at the time, it was so helpful. Giving yourself a way to be active and a creative outlet is, in my opinion, just as effective as anti-anxiety meds. Like, dance helped my anxiety so much, and that's why I still dance today. I don't really talk about my reason for dancing that much, because it's kind of like a little deep and dark for like just like a normal conversation. But fast forward to 7th grade, and my mental health was so bad and I was just so anxious and on edge all the time that my coping skills in dancing weren't enough. And then I started to gain physical symptoms from my anxiety, which is not good. Like, my jaw would lock up a lot because I carried so much stress and tension in my neck. I still do that. Like, my neck cracks like that constantly. So my psychiatrist did put me on anti-anxiety medication, and I know that's so controversial and people have different opinions on mental health and medication, but I'm just being 100% honest and real and upfront with you guys. Like, that's what I did to control my anxiety, because nothing else was working at that point. For the longest time, the medication helped so much. I could go to the doctor's office without having a panic attack. I could hang out with new groups of people without having a total social anxiety reaction to it, and it helped me so much. So fast forward to the end of 8th grade, beginning of high school, I was still taking my medication and it was still helping a bunch, but going into high school, I did not have the most solid friend group. At the time, I did not have like one super close friend. So mix that with my anxiety, it was not good. The medication was not really doing much anymore because I was just like overloaded with things I couldn't handle every day, including going to high school. I remember just like the days, like the first week of school, I don't think I ever ate lunch because I could not eat when I was at school. I was just too on edge, and that's not good. That's like not healthy at all. My parents and I came to the conclusion that independent study was the best option for me. If you don't know, that's kind of like a homeschool, online school situation, and that helped me out so much. I love independent study, and at the same time that I was kind of like switching over to that, I got on to the company team at my dance studio. So the fact that I was now dancing a couple hours every day after school and doing independent study and not having to be at a regular high school every day, I just ended up taking my medication because I felt like I didn't really need it anymore because I was in such a good space mentally, and I still am, and still to this day, like, I'm not taking any medication because I am on independent study and I'm dancing a ton. Not only did independent study give me the flexibility of being able to get good grades and dance at the company level and keep up my YouTube channel, it just like helped my mental health overall, and I'm the happiest I think I've ever been. The fact that I'm the happiest and my mental health is the best it's been ever and I'm not taking medication is amazing to me. Don't get me wrong, I still have my days where I have an occasional panic attack or I feel overly anxious, but overall, like, I am in such a good place right now, and I give all the credit to high school, honestly, because I learned so much about myself this year, and I learned that dance and staying active is what I need to keep myself sane and not anxious all the time if I'm not taking medication. And I'm probably not gonna go to a big college because I can barely handle high school with 4,000 kids. It just feels so good finally figuring out what you need, and that's what I did this year, and I think that's why this is the perfect time for me to film this video. I've kind of figured myself out, and I'm so thankful that I have and I'm able to manage my anxiety without medication, because it's just the best feeling in the world to like not have to rely on anything else to make you feel like you. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I said, I'm just trying to start the conversation with kids my age about mental health. So let's just keep the conversation going down in the comments, whether you struggle with mental health or not. Like, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Personally, I'd love to make more mental health videos, but I don't know if you guys would be interested. So definitely let me know if that'd be something you're interested in. And like I said before, if you ever need to talk and want to talk to somebody that gets it, definitely don't be afraid to DM me on Instagram. And so yeah, I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye guys.